Hey there people, Ryan Martin from Revive here today. Just want to ask you a question. When it comes to your health and either getting it back if you've had a chronic illness or even just making it optimal, have you ever been completely overwhelmed and confused in which direction to go? Now, have you ever wanted to start doing one particular diet and then a study comes out in the paper that completely, well, it just tells you that diet's the wrong way to go? Or have you ever been following one person or a couple of people and you're really loving the results they're getting, and then just as you're about to start following that approach, someone else you're following comes up and says that the way they're doing things isn't working, and it leaves you completely confused? If that's you, that happened to me years ago before my health journey, and it happens to so many of my clients before they started working with us. They'll start reading one article about how fat's bad for them, and then they read another article telling them how good saturated fat is for their health. Happens on so many different topics: high carb, low carb diets, animal fats or animal proteins good for you, then they're bad for you, the vegan movement. People are left completely overwhelmed and confused. Does it sound familiar? Yeah, it might just do that. And the problem with this, what the problem with this happens, so the problem that happens around this is, instead of then taking one approach and going for it, people just are left stuck in the middle and end up doing nothing. And when you end up doing nothing, they just stay completely stuck where they are with their chronic illness. Sorry, the volume's poor. I'll try and turn it up. Is that any better? Can you hear me now? Sorry about that. But what happens is, generally people stay stuck because they don't know which way to turn. They're completely confused and overwhelmed, and they don't want to get it wrong. They don't want to waste money, so they just do nothing. And I know, I was there as well, didn't know where to go, and then when I finally found a mentor that I resonated with, I went with them. Now, the problem with doing nothing is, as you know, you stay the same. You stay in the same pain. So the key is to, if you find somebody you resonate with who gets constant results, then follow them and back your gut. Your gut's never going to let you down. It's your, as you said, find out now, it's actually our first brain. Now, I know it's very, very hard, especially to do these things on your own. You can go down a rabbit hole or follow a particular diet, and then you can come against roadblocks, or you can start going through a healing crisis, or things might happen. Hit a bit of turbulence and you don't know which way to go. And if you're doing it on your own, it can become very, very unnerving, and you can stop because you don't know if it's working or not. And I know that's another problem that people experience as well. They never know if things are working or not. They haven't got a complete structure. They're just going into things blind. And so instead of working with like a coach or something like that, it's almost like you having a map but having no destination, or not even knowing the route to it, rather than working with a coach, which is like having a sat nav which gets you through things. Now, the problem, as I said before, with being overwhelmed and confused is then when these things happen, you don't know which way to go. You don't know if to stop, to start again. You don't know how your body is going to react to these things, because everyone is different. I always say programs can be different, but principles always remain the same. So imagine, instead of having all these issues that you're going through, or instead of being completely overwhelmed and not knowing which way to go first, not knowing how to start, not knowing whether you should detox first, not knowing whether you should maybe combine your foods differently, maybe get colonics, what supplements to take, you should be exercising, all these things. Imagine, instead of being overwhelmed generally, it doesn't actually exist. I learned this when I did my course on neuroscience. Being a holistic health coach, you have to dive into a lot of different things, and I used to get a lot of overwhelm myself. Overwhelm is literally being at, say you're at stage 1 and you want to get to stage 10, and it's trying to get from 1 to 10 without going through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 first, or even knowing how to get through them. And once you start doing that, you understand it's just concentrating on the first things first, and then going through that pattern. And imagine having a program that can do that for you, having that structure, having that support, having that accountability. Takes away all that overwhelm and all the confusion. A program that gets consistent results, that you're able to actually just go through step by step, have someone there to keep you completely accountable, have that support. And as you can see, I always say to people, whether it's us or whether it's someone else, working with someone that you resonate with, someone that gets consistent results, is the key, because they've got a proven process that allows their clients to go through. So you hear that in the background, that's just unfortunately the garbage truck or the dustbin. But it's really, really important, especially because it takes away all that overwhelm and confusion. Especially when you're going through a few different parts of the program where maybe you're struggling, or you, as I said before, you can hit a healing crisis, which is your body's detoxification pathways open up and you start to purge out toxins at a rate that is a little bit too much for your body. You can feel almost hungover, nauseous. You can almost feel like vomiting. You can get rashes, vaginal discharge, brain fog, a million of different 1 million different symptoms. And so imagine instead of, if you're going through that, imagine instead having a program that was able to just push you through things nice and easily, structure that worked on the whole body and was able to give you the results that you wanted, took away all that confusion, all that overwhelm. How would that feel? And that's exactly how I felt when I started working with my coach. So, I mean, this is things that we work on all the time, and I'd say that whether it's us or someone else, working with someone that you resonate with, that gets consistent results, that you see their results all the time from their clients, and you know, someone that you've probably been following for a while, and you've listened to them, and you've looked at how they live their life, and they actually speak their truth, and they walk the walk, as well as not just talking the talk. Then that's the key, guys. Okay, because studies, all these things come out all the time, and a lot of times you have to look at who's funding these studies, who's paid for them. Very few of them are independently based. A lot of them have been lobbied by certain big pharma or big agriculture, and all these things come out. So I said before, if you're overwhelmed and confused, and you never know who to trust and who to follow, and this confusion and overwhelm is keeping you stuck in your pain, in your chronic illness, and you've been going through it for years, then maybe it's time to work with someone that you resonate with, that can get you through those struggles and to live in the life that you deserve, rather than stuck in pain all the time. And if it's something that you'd like to look into, or you'd like to learn more about, then all you can do is send us an inbox. If we're someone you resonate with, or if I'm someone you resonate with, send me an inbox, and we can have a little chat about if and how we can help you. Because we've been doing this a long time now, and you've probably seen the results that we get. But if it's not us, then work with someone else. It's not a problem. But if we are someone that you think you'd like to work with, and you have been confused and overwhelmed and not getting anywhere, and now is just the right time, then send us an inbox, and we can have a little chat about if and how we can help you. We jump on the phone, we'll have a call, a consultation is completely free, and just to see how we would map out your program for you. Hey guys, otherwise, Ryan Martin from Revive. If you're looking to get out of that overwhelmed and confused, then give us a message. As always, stay happy, stay healthy. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.